Hello students, welcome back again. I hope you all are doing great. In previous class we have started our fifth chapter, that is organizing, and we have completed our introductory part, that is meaning of organizing, organizing process, and importance of organizing. Now, in today's class, we will move towards our next topic, that is organizational structure. Students, let us begin with today's topic. Organizational structure. What do you mean by organizational structure? Let us see. Organizational structure refers to that specific pattern of relationship which is created during organizing process. The structure provide a basis or framework for manager and other employees for performing their functions. Students, as you all know that in an organization there are some superiors and subordinates. Okay, superiors means your seniors and subordinates means below the superiors. Those who work are known as subordinates, right? Now, see, what is organizational structure? We are not talking here about the building. Okay, we are not talking here about the physical structure. We are not talking here about the building. We are talking about the organizational structure, means the working structure of the organization. Okay, we are talking about the pattern of relationship which is created in the organization. See students, pattern of relationship means relationship is created among whom? Among superiors, that those are our seniors, and among the subordinates. Okay, between superiors and the subordinates. So organization structures tells us that who is our superior, and under the superiors who are the subordinates working, right? So organization structure, in different organization there are different types of organizational structure. It means there are different types of patterns of relationship which they form. For example, like in an organization there can be one manager, and under one manager there can be different departments. Okay, and in some organization there can be two managers, and under them there can be different departments. Okay, so in this case our superiors and our subordinate, their relationship means the pattern of their relationship. Pattern of their relationship means how many superiors are there, under the superiors how many subordinates are there, and the subordinates are assigned which position, what type of jobs they have been given, in which department they belong. So a proper structure is maintained. Okay, so that structure of the organization is known as organizing structure, right? As we can see here, the structure provides a basis or framework for managers and other employees for performing their functions. See, it is a framework for manager and employees, means it helps the manager and employees to perform their functions, to perform their duties. How? Because if there is a permanent pattern of relationship, or if there is a pattern of structure, like organizational structure is maintained in an organization which shows the pattern of relationship, then the managers will easily know who is under them and to whom they need to give the responsibility. In the same way, the subordinates will also understand that who are the superiors and whom they have to report and from whom they have to take the orders. So the structure is already made in the organization before any activity actually starts. Okay, so this is what organization structure means. Okay, organization structure tells us about the pattern of relationship among the superiors and the subordinate. Okay, now the next point says that it may be defined as a system of job positions, the job assigned to them, and the authority relationship among them. This is only I told you in the previous point, students. See, organizational structure means what? It is not a physical structure. It is not a building. We are not talking about the physical structure or the building. Okay, we are talking about the what? The structure of relationship which an organization has, okay, between the superiors and the subordinate. What pattern they follow, okay? See, it tells us the system of job position. it tells us means organizational structure. If we will see the organizational structure, we will get to know what is the system of job position. What is the system of job position means which employees are in which position. By the organizational structure we can know that. Okay, who belongs to which department, what is the work of the manager, the manager is at which position in the organization. By seeing the organizational structure we can know all these points, that in which position the superiors are there, in which positions the employees are there, the employees are working under which department. Okay, and who is the superior, and under superior who are the employees and their positions. It means it tells us about the positions, the job positions of the superiors and subordinate in which they work. Okay, plus it also tells us what, it also tells us the job assigned to them, means what work has been given to them. Like some employees are under production department. Okay, so by looking at the structure what we understand, that the employees who are in production department are given which kind of job, are assigned which kind of job, the production job. Okay, production related job, right? They need to purchase the raw material, they need to acquire the raw material, and then they need to use those raw materials for the production purpose. So XYZ duties are assigned to them. Okay, so organizational structure first of all tells us about the job positions, means the superiors and employees, the position of the superiors and the employees in the organization. Okay, in which position they belong, okay, in which department they work. Okay, that all thing. Now it also tells about the job assigned, means what kind of work has been given to the employees or the superiors. Okay, it also tells us about the job, what job they are doing. Now then it also tells us the authority relationship among them. See, as I told you, authority relationship, authority is means what, authority means the power. Okay, the power to take any decision is known as authority. Okay, authority relationship means by organizational structure we can say that it tells us about the authority relationship, means it tells us about that who has been given the power to take decisions. Like for like I'll give you an example in this. For example, in an organization the manager is the head. Okay, under the manager there are different departments. Okay, so there is production department, sales department, marketing department, XYZ. Okay, numbers of departments are there. So manager is your superior. Okay, the manager has given or assigned the jobs to the production department. Okay, so the production department, who is the head of the production department? The production manager, right? So here your CEO or the manager of your company is giving the work or giving the responsibility to the whom? To the production department. And here the production department means the head of the production department, the production manager has to do this responsibility, and to do or to carry out any responsibility he needs the power to take the decisions. Okay, so here the manager gives the production managers the responsibility to do the work, as well as the authority also, means the power also to take the decisions. For example, I told you that the manager gave the employees to produce the washing machine, but he has not given him the power to purchase the raw material. So how will he able to do the work? Okay, so that is why giving power is also necessary, as we have already studied in our principles of management chapter, Henry Fayol's principle, authority and relationship. When any manager gives responsibility to the employees, then along with the responsibility he has to give authority also. Okay, so by looking at the organizational structure we can know that who is having what authority, who has been given the power to take decisions, right? So organizational structures just tell us the pattern of relationship among the superiors and subordinate. It also tells us about the job positions, that the managers or the employees, they belong to which job positions. Under the under the superiors, who are the employees working, and the employees are working in which departments. Okay, these things, plus the job assigned to them, what job has been given to them. Like the people who are working under the production department, they have been given the production work. In the same way, by seeing the organizational structure, we can easily know that what jobs has been given to the employees. Plus it also tells us about the authority relationship, means who has been given the power to take the decisions. Okay, so by seeing all this, we can know the organizational structure. Okay, we can know the structure or the pattern of the relationship that are followed in an organization. Now students, coming to a new term or a new point, that is span of management. What do you mean by span of management? See, it refers to the number of subordinates that can be effectively controlled by a manager or superior. Span of management means, see, a single manager will not be able to control all the employees. Okay, so span of management means how a manager or how much a manager is capable to control the subordinate, means how many or how many subordinates he can effectively control and keep under his guidance. That is known as span of management of a manager. Okay, how a manager or how a superior can effectively control the subordinates under him. How much, what number, okay, how much number or how many employees or how many subordinates a manager can effectively control and guide under him. That is known as span of management. Okay, so this is what organizational structure means, right? Now moving to the next topic, that is types of organizational structure. Now students, we have studied the meaning of organizational structure. You have very well understood what is the meaning of organizational structure. Now there are different types of organization. Okay, see, there are different types of organization, different nature of organization. Okay, means there are different varieties of organization. Some are doing manufacturing work. Okay, some are doing selling work. Okay, so there are many different varieties of organization who are doing different jobs. Okay, so as per their organization, they can choose any structure. Okay, as per their organization, whatever suits. So basically there are two categories of organizational structure. The first is functional structure and the next is divisional structure. Now let us understand what does they mean. Number one, functional structure. Functional, you please focus on the word function. That is the functional words also consist of the word function. Okay, you please focus on this word functional. Now we have studied that there are two structures, functional structure and divisional structure. Now we will know what is functional structure and what is divisional structure. Functional structure means, see, in functional structure, activities are grouped and departments are created on the basis of specific functions. See students, functional structure. Functional structures means whatever the functions are been done in the organization, according to the functions, okay, on the basis of the functions, the departments are created. Okay, in functional structure, see, many organizations are there who follow functional structure and some organizations are there who follow divisional structure. Okay, so functional structure is what? Functional structure means in that the departments are created on the basis of what? On the basis of specific functions. Now see, in an organization there are different functions. Functions means different जो काम करते हैं. Okay, production का काम होता है, selling का काम होता है, marketing का काम होता है. So all these are functions. Okay, production function is there, marketing function is there, sales function is there. Okay, research function is there. Many functions are carried out. So on the basis of that functions, departments are made. Okay, production functions will be carried out by production department. So on the basis of production functions, we have created production department. On the basis of marketing functions, we have created marketing department. On the basis of selling functions, we have created sales department. So on the basis of these functions, we create departments in the organization. This is what organization structure means, right? See here, for example, all the jobs related to production are grouped under production department. Sales activities are grouped under sales department, as I told you, right? You can see this flow chart. See, there is a managing director, okay, who is the basically the top level manager of an organization, okay. Now under the manager there are different departments, okay. Personal means your human resource department, your marketing department, your research development department, and your purchase. These are functions, okay. So these are on the basis of functions, different departments are created. Your human resource department, your marketing department, your research development department, your purchasing department, many others department. There are not only 4 functions which are mentioned here, okay. There are much more functions which are carried out in the organization. So you understood functional structure. Functional structure means on the basis of different functions the departments are created, okay. Now moving to the next structure, that is divisional structure. Now what does this mean? See, dividing the whole enterprise according to the major products to be manufactured like metal, plastic, cosmetic, etc. is known as divisional structure. Students, divisional structure means in this structure, okay, different activities or different work of the enterprise are divided on the basis of what? On the basis of what products they manufacture, okay, on the basis of the products which they manufacture. Students, in the first structure, okay, the departments were made on the basis of functions, okay. That is why it is known as functional department, or sorry, functional structure, okay. So it was made on the basis of functions, means your marketing functions, your research and development function, your purchasing functions, your sales functions. On the basis of those functions the departments were made, okay. This was one structure. Now the next structure is on the basis of what products they are going to manufacture, not on the basis of functions, okay, not on the basis of function, but on the basis of the products which they are going to manufacture. On the basis of that they are going to make the departments, okay. Now see, for example, like you can see the board of directors are your generally the top level manager. The board of directors, the managing directors are your top level managers, okay. So under them, okay, there are different products, okay, they produce. Means for example, you take, just assume that one organization is there and one organization is producing different varieties of products, is dealing in different product line, okay. It is dealing in cosmetics also, it is dealing in garments also, it is dealing in medicines also, it is dealing in soap also. One single organization deals in all these products. So according to the product what it is producing, then he will make the departments for that product, manufacturing product, okay. Under the cosmetic region means under the production of cosmetic. So under this region he will make the following department which are necessary to carry out that function. Under garments region he will make the following departments. In the same way under medical and under soap region he will make this department. So very simple thing, okay. Any organization, okay, any organization who produces, see students, any organization who produces only single product, like if the organization deals only in cosmetics, then he can make only, he can follow the functional structure, means the simple structure. He can follow this structure because he is dealing in only one type of product. So under one type of product he can make all this department. Now if the organization is big and the organization is dealing in more than one type of product, means it is dealing in cosmetic also, it is dealing in garments also, it is dealing in medicine also, it is dealing in soap also, then for specifically for each departments of product he has to form different departments, okay. For garment different department, for medicine different departments, for soap different departments. Understood? So generally this structure, divisional structure, is followed by which type of company? The company who generally make the products, or the business house which generally make the products more than one variety, okay. So they can follow this structure. Under each branch they can form separate departments. Okay, purchase department, production department, marketing, finance, sales, many departments, right? So you understood the meaning of organizational structure and the types of organizational structure. Now let us move to some advantages and disadvantages of functional structure, as well as we will see the advantages and disadvantages of divisional structure. Let us begin. See students, the first is functional structure. What is the advantage of functional structure? Benefit of specialization. Benefit of specialization says that specialization means to get specialized knowledge or to become master in their field, to have a complete knowledge about their field. Okay, so if an organization is adopting functional structure, so what benefits they have and what disadvantages they have, we will see. So the first advantages is it helps in getting specialization. Okay, it helps in developing specialization. How? See students, under the production department, or for example under the marketing department, okay, the employees, those who are working under the marketing department, will always perform the marketing functions. Okay, so by doing one function again and again, they become specialized in that function. Okay, so this leads to specialization in that function. So the manager or the employees, not the manager, the employees, those who are working under marketing department, okay, by doing that job again and again, they become specialized in their function. Okay, this is known as specialization. Now next is coordination is established. Now there will be coordination. See students, how coordination will be established? See, due to the similar activities, okay, due to the similar activities, these are all the different activities are grouped under one department. Okay, so there is easy supervision and better control. See students, all the production related activity, for example like your purchasing the raw material, okay, purchasing the raw material is one work. Okay, now to keep the raw materials in stock, that is another function. Okay, now to make the use of raw material in production, that is another function. So under one department also there are different activities which are carried out by employees. Production doesn't mean only to produce. Okay, it starts with purchasing the raw material, then they have to store the raw material, then when they need, they have to utilize the raw materials for production purpose. So many activities they have to perform. So what they generally do, they group the activities all together under production department. Okay, it doesn't mean that all the activities like purchasing the raw material will be done by somebody else or some other departments or anybody like some other people. Okay, or procuring the raw material plus your keeping the stock of the goods. So these all things or these all activities are needed to put under one group, because these are the work of one department. Okay, this works should not be scattered. Okay, so just to improve the coordination, what is needed? The same type of activities are grouped under one departments. Like the production related work are grouped under production department, the sales related work are grouped under sales department. So it is easy to coordinate. Okay, there will be no confusion. The production employees working under production can focus on their work and they will coordinate among themselves properly. There will be no confusions and there will be easy coordination, because all the similar types of activities are grouped under one department. Okay, so there will be coordination. That is why we say that coordination is established. There will be coordination because same type of works are grouped under one department. Now managerial efficiency will increase. Managerial efficiency will increase. It means that, see, all the works will be carried out in an efficient way. Efficient way means when all the works or all the activities are grouped together, when the similar activities, same type of activities are grouped together in one department. For example, all the production related activities are grouped under production department, right? So there will be coordination, no confusion will be there. Everybody will know easily that what duties they have to perform, what duty they have to perform. Okay, so when they know everything, when the work is going in proper coordination, then definitely there will not be any wastage of the resources, and if there will be no wastage of the resources, then ultimately your cost will decrease. Okay, the cost will not increase. If wastage happens, then only the cost increases. But here the activities are grouped under one department, and the activities are carried out in a coordinated way. Everybody know what job they have to perform. There is no confusion in that. Okay, so in that way they will perform the task efficiently, means they will use the best resources. They will make use of the optimum resources, and they will make use of the correct resources. They will not do any wastage, and this will lead to minimizing the cost. Okay, it will lessen the cost. The cost will not increase. Okay, so in this way the efficiency of the organization will develop by reducing the cost. Now these were the functional structure advantages. Now there are some disadvantages too by adopting this structure. What are the disadvantages? Problem in coordination. How there is problem in coordination? Students, see what happens. There are different departments: personnel department, marketing department, research and development department, purchasing department. So personnel department is managing their employees, marketing department is managing their employees, research and development department is managing their employees, purchasing department is managing their employees. So everybody is focusing on their own departments to develop their own department. Means here the marketing department will focus on what? To develop the marketing department, to grow the marketing department. Okay, here personnel means human resource department will focus to develop their department. So everybody will focus on developing or doing the work of their own department. But in this way what happens, they forget to coordinate among, or they forget to coordinate among the other departments. See students, the organization doesn't run by only one department. Okay, all the departments has to stay coordinated, and they have to work together so that they can do the work in a better way. Okay, so in this way what happens, when they start focusing on their own department, then what happens, they ignore the work of the other department. In this way what happens, there is lack of coordination. Okay, now then is conflict of interest. Conflict of interest means, as I told you, that each department is working for themselves. Okay, they are working for themselves. Okay, their interests are different, means their thinking idea is different. Okay, all of them are working for their own department. Okay, so they stop thinking about others department. Okay, they stop thinking about stop supporting the other department. They are thinking only about the profit of their department. So in this way what happens, there are generally conflicts. Okay, conflicts होने के chances रहते हैं because they do not agree with each other. Okay, so in that case what happens, generally there can be chances of conflict. Okay, because there are different departments. Okay, so they are not ready to coordinate. For example, say sales department is there. Okay, then sales department want to increase the sales. Okay, so for increasing the sales department want to give the discounts to the consumers. Okay, so this department has planned that they need to increase the sale, and for increasing the sale they will give the discount. But for that purpose they need what? They need more revenue. Okay, they need money to carry out that activity. But here the finance department is not giving the finance to them, because of the, as it will reduce the revenue. Okay, so here what happens, sales department wants to increase the sales, so he wants to give the discount in this. So ultimately what happens, if he will give the discount. Okay, so generally in discount our income will come less. Okay, the income will become लेस. जो आपके 10 रुपए की चीज़ को अगर 8 रुपए में बेचेंगे तो हमारे पास वो 8 रुपए आएगा, तो हमारा इनकम क्या हो रहा है? लेस हो रहा है. सो द फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट विल नॉट सपोर्ट दिस. वाई? बिकॉज ही विल से दैट our income is becoming less. Okay, so in this way what happens, they do not support each other sometimes. Okay, in that case conflicts happen, right? Less emphasis on overall objective. As I told you, all the departments are focusing on developing their department, making the profit of their department. So they forget that they have to work together and fulfill the objectives of the organization. Means they can think about themselves, means they have to think about their department also, but all together they have to think for the organization to achieve the organizational goal, right? So in this case what happens, sometimes they forget the overall objectives of the organization and they focus much on their department itself. So in this case this is an disadvantage for the business. Okay, so this were some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages of functional structure. Now the last point is suitability, means this structure, means the functional structure can be followed by which type of organization. See students, as I told you, there are two structure, functional structure as well as divisional structure. So it is not necessary that all, as we know that there are different types of organization, okay, they produce different kinds of product. So it is not necessary that if one organization is producing functional department, then the other organization, if one organization is adopting functional structure, then the other organization will also adopt functional structure. It is not necessary. Okay, so this structure, we will see here that this structure can be adopted by whom and which type of organization can adopt this structure. Let us see. The first point is large organization producing one line product. As I told you, the organization who is large in, which is large in size, plus they are dealing in only one type of product. Okay, they are dealing in only one type of product, means if they want to produce cosmetic, then they are dealing only in cosmetics. Okay, they are producing only one type of products only. If company is producing one type of product, then they can go for functional structure. Okay, they can adopt this form of structure. Okay, they can group their functions under one department, means they can make the departments on the basis of their functions. Okay, now the next is organization which require higher degree of functional specialization with diversified activities. If an organization wants functional specialization, means if an organization wants that they should be specialized in marketing function, or if the organization wants that they should be specialized in research function, means they are focusing here on what, focusing here on the function. They should be specialized on the function. They are not focusing here to get specialized on the product, to develop the product. Here they are focusing on specialization of the function, means they should be specialized in the marketing function, they should be specialized in the production function. So the organization who require specialization in the functional functions, okay, like your production functions, your marketing functions, okay, special functions, they can choose this functional structure. Okay, so the organization which is large in size and who produce only one product, plus if they require specialization in any function, then they can go for functional structure, right? Now moving to the next part, that is divisional structure. We have studied the meaning of divisional structure. Here we will study about the advantages and disadvantages of divisional structure. Let us start. Advantages. Here, as we have seen, there is product specialization. See students, as I told you in the functional structure, here only one product is produced, only one. If it is dealing in cosmetics, then it has to deal in cosmetics only. But here they are focusing on more than one type of product, means they are focusing on cosmetics, garments, medicine, soaps, means in total they are focusing on 4 types of products. Okay, so this structure focuses on what, product specialization, means they should be, they are not focusing on functional specialization, they are not focusing on marketing specialization or marketing function, they are not focusing on specialization or production function, but they are focusing on what, they are focusing on specialization of product, means they should be specialized in producing cosmetics, they should be specialized in producing garments. Okay, so they are focusing on producing, they are focusing on the product here. Okay, the product, okay, because they are producing more than one product and they are focusing on product, okay. All the activities related to one type of product are grouped under one department. They have made this department. Cosmetic product has been grouped under one department, okay. Now the next is easy to fix accountability. See, accountability means what, students? See, generally what happens, this is like, let's suppose an organization is there, okay, XYZ organization is there, and that organization is producing cosmetic also, garments also, medicine also, and soap also. Accountable means what? Accountable means answerable, okay. If suppose the managing director has given any work to the cosmetic department, right, and the cosmetic department tells the worker to do the work, and if by chance, if any mishap happens, or if any loss happens, or in case if any problem occurs, okay, then who is answerable? The cosmetic department is answerable to the business, okay. The garment department, the medicine department, the soap department are not answerable, okay. Here, if the work has been given to cosmetic department, then the manager or the head of the cosmetic department will be answerable to the business for any kind of loss or etc which is done by their department, okay. Here there is no involvement of garment department, no involvement of medicine department, no involvement of soap department. They all work separately, okay. So if cosmetic department is making any losses, and if due to the cosmetic department, if the organization is facing any problem, then only the cosmetic departments can be blamed. No other department will be blamed, only cosmetic department will be blamed, and he can be answerable. So that is why it is easy that the manager can easily recognize the one who is answerable, okay. In that case, the other will be safe. Now the third is it facilitate expansion and growth. Generally, students, if any organization is producing more than one product, okay, so generally more than one product means they are producing more than one product, they are dealing in more than one product. They have a cosmetic range also, they have a garment range also, they have a medicine and soap range also, okay. So they have different range of product, okay. So they can what, they can, in this range they can add new departments, okay. New department can be added without disturbing the existing department, okay. These all departments will work by their own, and if they need, they can add one more department. There will be no problem in that, okay, because all of the departments are separately dealing in their products, okay. If the manager needs, he can add one more department. There will be no problem in the organization, okay, because here the cosmetic department is carrying out their work, okay, garment department is carrying out their work, so everyone is carrying out their own work. If the manager wants to expand and grow the business, he can also add one more department without disturbing the work of these department, because they are working on their own department, so there will not be any problem in that, right. Now let us see the disadvantages. The first is increase in cost. Students, as you know that this organization performs the functions of division, like means they produce more than one product, okay. To carry out the work, like each department, okay, to carry out the work of each department, or many resources are required, okay, for every division, like for cosmetic division, for garment division, for medicine division, for soap division, many resources are required, and to acquire all those resources, it is a very costly process. So definitely it is a costly process. Now it ignore organizational interest. As I told you, students, all the departments are separate, so cosmetic department or cosmetic division will focus to gain profit for their only, like their department. Garment department will focus on their department, medicine department will focus on their department, so they will focus on their divisions only. They will focus to develop their divisions, okay, and they will ultimately, like, tends that they tend to forget the overall objective of the organization, means they focus more on their division rather than focusing on organizational objective. In this way, the organizational interest is ignored. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of divisional structure. Now, this form of structure is suitable in which type of organization? Let us see. For the enterprise where large varieties of products are manufactured using different productive resources, okay, like your multi-product Tata Reliance, okay, large variety of product means the enterprises, those who are producing large variety means they are not producing single variety, they are producing more than one variety. Like more than one means they are producing not only cosmetics, but they are producing garments also, they are producing medicine also, they are producing soap also. So they are dealing in large varieties of product. If any business want to deal in more than one product, then they can choose divisional structure. They can follow this pattern of structure. Under one division they can make different department. Under second division they can make this department. So they can follow this type of organizational structure, right? For example, you take Tata and Reliance. Okay, Tata is also in what? Tata is in petroleum, Tata is in clothing. So they have large varieties of products. Okay, they're not dealing in only one. Now, coming to the next, when an organization grows and need to add more employees, more departments, or introduce new level of management. See, if an organization is very big, definitely it will grow, students. Okay, and if it will grow, then the employees will increase, they will add more employees, more departments will be formed if they want to increase more product line, or if they want to introduce one more department, so definitely employees will increase, department will increase. Okay, so in this way what happens, if the organization is big and they want to grow, then they can go for divisional structure. They can add any department without disturbing the working of other department. Okay, so the organization who are producing large variety of product or who are dealing in multi product, means more than one product, like Tata and Reliance, they can choose this structure. Okay, and those who want to grow, if any company want to grow, okay, so in this way also, and they want to expand, in this way also they can go for divisional structure if they want to increase their departments, right? So in this way they can follow divisional structure, right? So we have studied in today's class about organizational structure. We have studied about types of organizational structure, and we have studied about the advantages, disadvantages, suitability of functional structure, as well as the advantages, disadvantages, and suitability of divisional structure. That was it for today. We'll continue the leftover topics in our next class. Thank you.